Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Know Your Own Future or Read Your Own Future. Today is the second lecture in the series. In the previous lecture, we talked about houses. So, when we prepare the chart, a birth chart, it's divided into 12 houses, wherein this one starts with 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes on until 12 in this order. That was the houses. Today, we are going to talk about rashis. Like, what is your rashi? So, see here, this is an example or a sample patrika, okay, not a real one, but just prepared, a hypothetical patrika here. As you see here, it's written 7, which is your lagna house. First house is your lagna house. Um, Here, 7 indicates that Tula Rashi or Libra is placed in this house. So the house is still 1, but the 7 indicates that Tula Rashi, see here, you can see 7, which stands for Tula, and 7 always stands for Tula. Each Rashi has been assigned a fixed number. So here, say for example, 1 is Mesh or Aries, 2 is Vrishab or Taurus, 3 is Gemini or Mithun, like that, so on and so forth, until the last one, 12th one, Mean Rashi or Pisces Rashi. Sorry. So, how do we decide this? Which Rashi should go in which house? It depends on the astronomical position of the planets of the person, depending upon the time, date, and the place of birth. All these three together determine which Rashi will come under which house. So once the Rashi is determined, first one is determined, like what Rashi goes in the Lagna house. Then in the order, so let's say for example here, according to whatever the date and time of birth it decided that 7 should come here, which is this person is Libra. Then 8 will by default come here, 9, 10, 11, 12. Since there are only 12, we start again with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this order. Okay, so each Rashi will have its own house. One thing to notice, since these Rashis are decided based on date, time, and place of birth, they remain constant. So for this person, this sample Patrika, Tula will always be in the first house. 8 is Vrishchik or Scorpio will always be on the second house. That is how it will go. Okay. Each Rashi has its own unique characteristics, which has some influence on a person's nature or a behavior. Now, note, this is not the only thing influencing the behavior. There are lots of other factors that go in, because no two people are identical. Even though two people born in the same Rashi, they don't behave identical way. A lot of things depend on how the other Rashis, how the other planets interact. A lot of things influence. But there are some basic ground rules what the astrologers follow or take into consideration. One more thing, that these are all moon signs, because this is all due to Vedic, according to Vedic astrology. These are not sun signs, all depending upon the position of the moon. So let's go into detail. So say for example here, a person whose Rashi is Mesh or Aries, the nature is like cardinal fire, which means they're kind of go-getters or leaders, those kind of person. Another example, I mean, again, it's not like all Aries will be like that. It's just that it's the basic one. Okay. Rishabh, fixed earth, they might be calm, down to earth person. Gemini, dual air, um, inability to take decision. At the same time, air indicates that they are flexible. Earth means they're down to earth, but very firm in their decision. Water means they are not as flexible as air and not as rigid or fixed as earth. So comes in between water. Okay. Now cardinal, so Cancer is cardinal water, which means they are initiators, they take initiatives in doing things. And since other nature is water, they are not neither too rigid nor too flexible. It's like in medium, somewhat in middle. So like that, each sign has its own nature here, which we will discuss in detail, like when we discuss the interaction of the rashis with all the other planets. So this was all about today to introduce you about how rashis are placed in each house. First one goes here, which is called as the Lagna Rashi, and then it follows whatever number. It could be any number, any Rashi, depending upon your time, date, and location of birth. Okay, and each Rashi has some basic influence on the how that person is going to be. More to come in the following lectures. So stay tuned. Thank you.